南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛. That means seeking refuge or paying homage to our fundamental teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. The Sutra opening Gatha, the Dhamma infinitely profound and subtle, is rarely encountered even in a million kalpas. Now we are able to hear, study, and follow and practice. May we fully understand and realize the Tathagata's true meaning. Come back. Chapter 10. Joyfully aid others in giving. So the Buddha said, when you see others practicing dana and joyfully aid in their efforts, you gain great blessings. And as Shramanas asked, will these blessings ever be exhausted? And what did the Buddha say? The Buddha said, it is like thousands of people who light their torches from the flame of a single torch to cook food and to dispel darkness, yet the original flame is undiminished. So it is with these great blessings. So this whole chapter, the most important thing in this whole chapter is about donation, generosity, and what kind of blessings the generosity will bring. So out of this, the parami that we are aware of, so you remember the paramis. How many paramis? 6 in the Mahayana, 10 in the Theravada. Okay, so name a few, please.
Joyful effort.
Efforts, okay. Dana, very clever. So clever. You're getting very clever. That means you're practicing correctly. Okay. Sila. Adatan, okay, good. Kanti. Say in English, please.
Think of the children.
Patience. I thought she was going to say, think of your wife. Think about your wife. Kanti, yeah, patience. Great class. That's why I like to do, say, live class rather than webcast. Are you there? Please not. Or this, yeah. Yeah, renunciation, okay. Kanti, Aditana, efforts. Huh? Panya, wisdom. Ubeka. What is ubeka? Equanimity. Very good. Very good. Metta. What is metta in English? Loving kindness. Very good. Any more? Mudita. What is mudita? What is mudita? Peter. The 4 parts, right?
Be happy for
Rejoice in others. Yeah. Sympathetic, like not sympathetic joys, but rejoice. Yeah. The third one. Yeah. Mudita. Yeah. So rejoicing. Yeah. But mudita is actually not in the 10 parami. But that's a very good point to remember, because a lot of people don't remember that. There's a lot talking about mudita in this paragraph. The truth. You're missing one. Effort, somebody said it.
Insight? I don't know what.
No. Huh?
Karuna, compassion, is that?
No.
Including that, no?
10 parami, 10 parami, 10 parami.
Forgiveness?
No. 10 parami. Samadhi. Where is your samadhi? Where is your samadhi? Or samatha. Samadhi. Yeah. Very important. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So this actually dana is one of the 10 paramis, or one that there are 10 paramis in the Theravadan tradition or in the Nikaya tradition. And there's only 6 paramis in the Mahayana tradition. But still, dana is one of the very important. Okay. So when you consider dana, there are actually, you can categorize dana in three categories. The first very important category is materials, monetary dana. Yeah, and that is very simple, isn't it? Materials, monetary. So that means you provide clothing, you provide food, necessities, and all that. That is the material, monetary. But in this aspect, there is internal and there is external. So can you guess what is the internal monetary or not monetary, material dana? Internal.
Something to do with intention?
No. Food? No, that's external.
Books? Like material books? Like a
No,
Dharma?
no, internal. Internal. Here,
No.
organs.
Oh.
So our brain, our eyes, our blood, anything of this physical, internal, is called internal. Anything external is all these mundane exterior, external necessities like books, food, and clothing, and medicine, and shelter, and all whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So when you're donating an organ, that is a big dana. Yeah. And even giving blood is big dana.
What about
Giving
giving birth?
birth.
Having children.
I've never thought of that. Dana to yourself or dana to the children?
I think that was tricky.
Yeah, I think housing. I mean, not housing. That is funny, isn't it? So, housing. I mean, being pregnant. Being pregnant, I think is a great dana for the child, from the mother. I've never thought about that. Thank you, Carrie. That is a very. What are you also read? Yeah, it could be. I think it could be a dana. If you look after the baby well, yeah.
Maybe it's intent.
Intent.
Well, not everybody gets pregnant intentionally or willingly or
No, whether, I mean, it doesn't matter how you get pregnant, but when one is pregnant, the way that you actually carry that pregnancy is a dana.
By that, yeah. People, like how you, exactly what you said.
Okay, all right. Okay, so So the external dana is actually helping the deprived, the poor, or the needy to actually improve. Yeah. So that's the or you can external exterior dana. So and then the second important dana is to actually help people, or is we call it a dana of fearlessness. That means you help people to be not afraid, to be not scared. Okay. For example, if there is accident or tragedy, then people are like scared. Like example in the Orlando shooting just recently happened. You can see people hugging each other. At that time, they are comforting the other person. The other person is maybe sad, but maybe scared. So when somebody is comforting others in ways that the fearful party becomes calmer, and the fear, it becomes diminished, then that is also a dana. Yeah. Okay. So that is a dana of fearlessness. All right. And then there is the dana of Dhamma. Okay. And Dhamma parami, you can call that. So with a pure mind, with a clean mind, with not expecting any reward, when one is doing a teaching, no matter how simple the teaching is, that is a pure and great dana. And the Buddha has said, the highest of all dana is the dana of giving Dhamma. Why? Yeah, you are, because when you give the Dhamma, actually you allow people to listen, and people listen, and then they start to understand, and they understand the experience, and then in the experience they understand more, and they would be able to liberate themselves from their own difficulties, dissatisfactions, and miseries, and be happier and be free. Okay, so none of the mundane dana could compare with the dana of Dhamma. So that's why the Buddha said the first, if we are children of our parents, if the parents needed food, then we provide food. If the parents need shelter, we provide shelter. Then if they don't have Dhamma, then we give them Dhamma. Then that's the best gratitude that we can ever pay back to our parents. Okay. My dad is not well. And yesterday I went to see him after my meditation class, and it really shocked me to see him in that state. And and then my brothers and sisters are all over, all came from Belgium. And so I went to see my dad yesterday, and I saw him, and I said, "How are you?" And he just looked at me like he was like dozing off. And so I said, I what do I say? I sort of held his shoulders, and I put my hand on his chest. I said, "It's okay. It's okay. Every one of us who are born will die." Because I've never talked to him like this. I said, "Death is a natural process. And this is the first time I ever talked to you about death, because it's imminent. And it's okay, Dad. So are you scared? Are you worried? You have anything that you need to share? I said, that's okay then. And he said, I visited your mom last week. I said, oh, okay. That means he has gone to the cemetery. And I told her that I'll be there very soon. I said, oh, well, if you're going to be with mom, then you better do something. Because she's in a different place than you think she is in. Because mom is a Buddhist. Mom vows to go to the Pure Land. I said, if you want to go to see her, then you better do some practice. Yeah. And somebody is there? Come in, please. Come in, please. Man, woman? Oh, hi. That's okay, no problem. There is a chair for you at the back, on that right side. So I said to him, it's okay. I said, you better do some practice. You remember that practice I told you, and blah 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 blah. And he just looked at me. He went into dose. He dozed off. Then he said, I wanted to go to bed. It's very rare that he wanted to go to bed in the afternoon. He went to bed. I went to meeting. Then I came back 3 hours later. He was still in bed. Then he woke up and he looked at me. And I said to him, I said, Dad, if there is anything that we have done wrong, that not according to your likings, please forgive us. If there is anything that Johnny has done wrong, please forgive him. If there is anything that Catherine has done wrong, please forgive her. And he just looked at me. And I said, okay. I said, I need to go to a washroom. So I went out. And my brother started talking to him in closed doors. And then after half an hour, my brothers came out crying and everything. So I went back to see my dad, and my dad was crying. It was great. It was good. But he looked very relaxed. I said, you know what? He said, I don't know why I'm so thirsty. I said, because the body is going. The body is going. The house is all broken. You need a new house. And he looked at me. I said, that means after this life, you go to another life, you build up a new house. He said, oh, okay. But you need to know where you're going, okay? He said, okay. I said, okay. He said, yeah, go to see your mom. I said, then you need to do some practice, Dad. So it was a very good way to actually talk to him. And I said, well, you don't have to do the chanting verbally because he was very weak. I said, you just close your eyes and think, remember Guanyin Pusat, the Avalokitesvara, the great compassionate Bodhisattva. And then in your mind, you just remember the chanting, Guanyin Pusat, Guanyin Pusat. And you try to do that. And maybe you can pass away in your sleep. Okay? You know what he said to me? If I said to you, okay, you will remember, you will believe in me now? He's still very clear. He was still very clear. But he knows. So that was one great blessing that I could do for my dad, to really, pay off that gratitude, is to remind him that death is imminent. It's at the doorsteps anytime. And because my other sister is coming in from Hong Kong 3 days later on Thursday, and he said, last night, he said, I don't know whether I can wait for her. I may go before that. It's okay. I said, it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to wait for her. If you're ready, you just go. But if you're not ready, don't force yourself to go. He said, okay, that's okay, right? He asked me. I said, yes, that's okay. So all this reassurance, I think, really calmed him down. And all this, like my sister and my brother went to talk to him like silently, quietly, and and privately. So whatever he wasn't happy with us, with them, he just voiced them out. And I just let go that, let go. Anything that is right inside is a burden, is one big rock right in front of you, is an obstacle for you to walk down that path. And he said, if I tell you that I can do it, don't believe in me now. He said, I said, okay, no problem. But he's 96, right? But anyway, okay. So I think I gave him a best Dhamma yesterday, really best Dhamma. I said, remember, okay. So I think I'm grateful in that sense that I am able to actually help him in this last leg of life. And I told him that I'm going to Hong Kong in 2 days for 1 week. 1 week, okay. And he said, okay. So it doesn't matter whether he's gone when I'm gone or he's still there when I'm back. It is what it is. Okay. Okay. So Dhamma. So the practice of Dhamma, what do you think the practice of Dhamma help us to actually grow in? Help us to grow in letting things go, detachment, loving kindness, generosity, and compassion, loving kindness. Cut down on our craving. Huh? Gratitude, yeah, and cut down on our craving too, right? So go back and look at your house. Anything that I can give away? Look at your wardrobe. Anything that I can give away? You know, look at your bank account and anything that I can give away. I'm just kidding. So that's a Dhamma. The practice of Dhamma help us to actually neutralize our stinginess and to actually enrich ourselves. Okay. Why people are poor this lifetime? Because they did not practice generosity in the past. All right, that's why. Why would somebody need help and nobody offers help? Because they did not help others in the past. So when they need help, nobody would offer help. So do it first. Boomerang. Yeah. So this whole chapter is talking really, really about Dhamma and the great blessings. And I want to share with you about blessings, the word of blessings, how it is written in Chinese. Okay, this is the word blessing in Chinese. Phúc. It's made up of 3 parts, so you can say 4 parts. This part on this side, this part, you know what does that represent? Clothings. Yeah. And this one stroke on top, huh? Shelter. Yeah. And this, like, yeah, mouth. And what about this? No answer from you. Because you read a few Chinese. Anybody from here? Garden. Okay, very close. Try, guess. Fields. Very good. Who said that? Field. That's why I put a rice, like, what do you call this? Paddy fields, right? You see, the rice paddy fields. This is actually, I tried to find a very good one. Actually, in the old days, the rice paddy fields actually look really like this, like squares, like this. In China, pretty. But now you don't see it. I can't find any. But this is the closest I can find. And why is blessings like a paddy field, like a rice paddy fields? Why do you think that Chinese would make up great blessings to a word that's actually, have rice paddy fields in it?
There's growth, there's seeds, they're cultivating, there's food, there's pretty much everything you need to sustain you in a rice paddy field.
Yes, plentiful, abundant harvest with continuous efforts. And to be able, when you have food, when you have rice, that means you have food. When you have rice, that means you can sell. When you can sell, that means you can have money. When you have money, you can have a shelter. Right? And when you have food, that means you can eat and nourish this body. So great blessings. That's why it compares. It says giving dana is a great blessings. Okay? So there are a few kinds of blessings. The blessings arise from empathy and sympathy. Okay? Like we call the blessings the fields of empathy and sympathy. Okay? Rice fields of empathy and sympathy. And this is the blessings that you actually cultivate from having this empathetic or sympathetic mind towards the deprived, the poor, the sick, right? The weak, yeah? The needy, yeah? So in the Buddha's teachings, he said, there are blessings you gain by intentional actions. Intentional actions to alleviate sufferings from sufferings of these people, the weaker, the more deprived people, or the old one, or the sick ones, okay? And all the blessings arise out of wholesome intention to help people to liberate themselves from the worldly sufferings. Okay, so one is from the sickness, illness, or weak and old and handicapped. The other one is from worldly sufferings. What do you consider as the worldly sufferings? Besides the sickness and the old and the handicap, or poverty, yeah. Poverty. Or accidents, or disasters, yeah. Okay, so, all right. And then there are blessings that actually arise from gratitude. Like one is grateful, then you will collect great blessings. And the great blessings that we can actually accumulate from being grateful to, first is to our parents. Yeah, we should be very, very grateful to our parents. Without our parents, we will not have this physical body. Yeah, without this physical body, we will not be able to practice. Okay, so that's why the devas, remember the devas, the celestial beings in the fifth jhana and above, fifth jhana, sixth jhana, seventh jhana, and eighth jhana. Remember that the Buddha said, they cannot hear my teachings. They cannot practice my teachings. Why? Because they do not have physical body. They only have the mind. If they do not have the physical body, how can they feel sensations? And if they cannot feel sensations, or if they cannot feel the breath, how can they understand impermanence? If they don't understand impermanence, how could they start to let go? If they do not know how to let go, if they do not know why it happens like this, the dependent origination, how could they learn to detach and to not react? Right? So it's a chain of reaction. Okay? So we should be very grateful to our parents. No matter whether you like them or you don't like them. No matter whether they are doing things for you, you think is wonderful, or they are doing very terrible things to you, but still, they have given you this physical existence, this human existence. And just for that, it's enough for you to be grateful. And if you're grateful to your parents, you collect a lot of great blessings. So, okay? The second thing is we should be grateful to our teachers. Whether it's the teachers that are teaching you the worldly knowledge, or the teachers who are teaching you the supra-mundane knowledge. Okay? Of course, here they actually say the teachers that teach you supramundane knowledge help you to liberate yourselves. Okay. And the third one is others. Others what? Other beings. We can survive right now. It's not because of solely our own achievement. We have to depend on so many people to make our life sustainable. Yeah? If nobody grow any potatoes, yeah, we can grow potatoes ourselves. But if nobody can pump us any water, if there's no river around, if nobody, make clothes, make cloth, we depend on a lot of people to make this life sustainable. Yeah. So we are not the only person. We are just one of the conditions. So we have to be very grateful to all other beings who actually make our life possible to go on. Yeah. And the last, most important, is the triple gems. So obviously that the teachers do not include triple gems, right? Obviously. So the triple gem is the gem of the Buddha, the gem of the Dhamma, and the gem of the Sangha. So what is the gem of the Buddha? His qualities. What kind of qualities? Yeah. Wisdom. Very good. So what is the gem of Dhamma? Gem. The gem.
The right understanding.
The right understanding? Okay. Understanding what? The truth. Great. The gem of Dhamma is the truth. Does the truth only apply to certain people, certain categories? No, it's universal, isn't it? What is the gem of Sangha? Community. Community. You have a lot of communities.
Our Buddhist community.
Yeah, that actually preserves and practices the Dhamma, and help each other to grow in Dhamma, and help each other to liberate from our own dissatisfactions, our own dukkha, and be sukha. What is sukha? Happy, yeah. Dukkha, what is dukkha? You're getting so good. So great. I love this. So, following, he said, a shramana asked, will these blessings ever be exhausted? Do you think these blessings will ever be exhausted? No. It will only what? Increase and grow and increase and grow. When one is trying to intentionally offer a dana, intentionally offer a dana with the expectation of getting something back, then these blessings will exhaust itself. Why?
Do it.
Not the right way to do it. Yeah.
Because it doesn't come from, it's not from empathy and sympathy.
Yeah, it doesn't come from anatta, selflessness. It comes from a self. Yeah? There is an ego, there is a self, there is this expectation of getting something in return. Right? So that is very different. Intentionally wanting to get something in return. I give you $5, you give me $5 worth of things back. Then that is not called a dana. That is called an exchange. It's not a dana. Yeah? Huh? Trading, yeah. Exchange, trading, commercial. Yeah? So the intention is very important. So when somebody is giving dana, somebody should not be calculating. If one start to calculate, hey, then you will know how much great blessings you will receive, right?
Can you get blessings on the job?
Yeah, of course.
Like you're being paid, is that?
No. If you're being paid, great blessings being paid. Monetary return, if you're working just for the monetary return, you don't get. With the intention of getting the monetary return, you don't get.
But if you just happen to get paid.
Yeah. Okay, I'll pay you. And you say, oh.
Because like maybe you're a nurse or a doctor or a counselor.
Well, they get paid. That doesn't mean that they don't get great blessings, but it's the intention of how they treat their patients will get the great blessings. Yeah? It's two aspects to this. Some people get paid. Some people don't put their heart into their work. Then they get paid. Then there is no blessings at all. But they get paid, but they put their heart into it. That heart, that intention of the heart is actually calculates it. That was this counts. Yeah.
When they go that extra mile and do that
Yes.
thing and stay
Yeah.
that extra minute because that person really
And they don't care that they spend extra.
not looking at the clock, like
No.
they really-
No,
yeah,
no.
it's just
Okay.
do.
So there is really this intent without any intentional expectations. Yeah. Intentional expectations.
Can you say that you're planting it in the wrong field?
Yeah, it's really not in the right field. You're actually not planting it in the field. You're planting it on the dirt, on the gravel. Yeah. Okay. So Sariputra, you all know Sariputra, right? Sariputra is a great Bodhisattva, and he's very grateful. He was very grateful and had a tremendous amount of respect and gratitude for every beings. So Devas decided to come and test Sariputra. So the Deva appeared as a boy on the road and crying and crying and crying and crying. And Sariputra went out for alms. He said, hey, why are you crying? Oh, my mother is very sick. My mother needs medicine. Then go and get medicine for your mother. No, I've got the medicine already, but I need other medicine to actually mix that medicine work. I don't know what you call that kind of medicine. And Sariputra said, okay, so what is that medicine that actually complement the other medicine? And the boy said, I don't think I can ever get that complementary medicine that is helping that the main medicine. Sariputra said, tell me something. Tell me. I did a human eye to to be used as medicine, so the other medicine will work. A human eye. So Sariputta said, okay, I'll give you an eye. So he just took the right eye and gave it to the boy. There you go, the eye. Wait, I haven't finished my story yet. I did not want a right eye. I need the left eye. And Sariputta said, oh, I already gave you the right eye, but you needed a left eye. But I'm a bodhisattva. Okay, I'll give you my left eye. He took his left eye, gave it to the boy. The boy put it into the nose. It stinks. And he put it throw it on the ground, and he smash it. And it stinks. How can he cure my mom? That stinky eye. And Sariputta said, oh, beings are so ignorant. Beings are so stubborn. Beings are so difficult to actually teach them. I better hide myself back into the forest and forgive about all this bodhisattva path. And then the boy appeared as the diva. And at that time, Sariputta could not see any at all. And the diva said, Sariputta, you have great generosity. You have great compassion. And you have great understanding. And you have great empathy and sympathy. And that was the greatest dana that you can ever give to me. May your eyes return. May your sight return. And of course, Sariputta could see again, right? So that is how one should actually be so generous, not counting a penny for a penny. Yeah. So in that sense, how could your blessings exhaust? If you are so generous, how could your blessings exhaust, right? So this chapter 10, when you see others, and the last paragraph is, the Buddha said, it is like thousands of people who light their torches from the flame of a single torch to cook food and dispel darkness, yet the original flame is undiminished. So it is with these great blessings, okay? So the flame of a single torch, the flame actually is a depiction of wisdom. Yeah, okay? Because remember, if you have a study Dhamma a study class, in the first chapter, the bringer of light, right? Or the light bringer, the bringer of light. That means the arrival of the Buddha's teachings actually light up the whole world, the whole dark world. It chased away all the darkness. It brings brightness into the dark corners of the whole universe, right? So flame is the depiction of wisdom. And blessings actually arise from acts which are performed without intentional expectation. And these unintentional giving has to come from great wisdom. If somebody has no wisdom, somebody will be always calculating, continuously calculating. So these blessings are numerous, infinite, and therefore can be shared by many others like a torch. So if like an Olympic torch, right? Where does it come from? Athens. And it can travel all the way to Barcelona, or can travels all the way to Beijing. And after the Olympic, every 4 years, the torch is still there. The torch never extinguished. And that's the torch of the Dhamma. You see? So, and also when somebody come and take that flame from that torch, they can go and cook food. What does it mean by to cook food? Actually means the whole everything is complete. That means the merits are completed, the cultivation of panya is complete. It's not just cooking food for us to eat. Okay, so it actually has some hidden meaning. And to dispel darkness. So it is because it is done without this unintentional, there is no intentional expectation for a return or for a special reason to do it. Some people have a special reason to give dana. Oh, my parent has deceased, or my friend has died, and I offer dana in the name, like you donate to cancer agency in memory of somebody's death, right? Special reason. And then this is actually like if there is no special reason, there is no special intention of getting anything back or exchange or whatever, anything comes from a pure giving mind, then it is like a flame actually in a very completely dark room, actually bring brightness to the whole room. No matter how minute that flame is, in darkness, it will just light up the whole place. Remember that old pauper woman who cut off her hair to buy oil? Remember that story? That little oil that actually she sacrificed by cutting her long hair in exchange of that little oil, and that little oil actually offered to the Buddha. Remember that story? And where Buddha's cousin trying to blow off all these candles, all this oil lamp, and there was only one little oil lamp, very weak, but one little oil lamp that kept burning. Even though his cousin Devadatta used all their psychic power, wanted to blow off that flame, it would not be blown off. It will not extinguish. Why? Because it all comes from a pure intention of offering the dana, the oil lamp, to the Buddha's teaching, when the Buddha was teaching. Okay? So it will never be diminished. The flame will not get smaller. The flame will not get less. Okay? If it comes out from a clear, pure intention. This is a wonderful passage, I think. And that's done with chapter 10. Huh? All in one night, yeah. Speeding? No. It's just a few sentences. Okay? So remember, when our mind wants something back, when we give, then our mind is in darkness. When our mind is just purely giving without any expectation, our mind is already in brightness. Yeah? So, okay. Okay, you have no questions? No? No questions? All right, then we dedicate our merits. We bring our attention back to this body, to this breath. We experience this ever-changing phenomenon in this physical existence, whether it is in our breath, whether it is in this body, whether it is in the thoughts, whether it is in our emotions, constantly changing, flux of changes. With this understanding, we allow this good thought to arise on our mind. For all the benefits that I gather from hearing the words of the Buddha, may I share with all beings, human, non-human, visible, invisible, big or small, far or near. May they be free of enmity. May they be free of miseries. May they start to live in the world filled with brightness, warmth, and experience love and peace. May more and more people will open up their hearts to receive the teachings of the Buddha, to encounter the teachings of the Buddha, to understand and to practice and to liberate themselves from their own difficulties, sufferings, miseries, and be happy, be free, and be peaceful. Good. See you in 2 weeks. Dhamma sharing still next week. Okay, Tuesday. No change. It's just that I'm not here. Thank you for coming.
Safe trip.
Safe trip. Safe trip.